Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cougars offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Off the boot, looking for his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Motion from the offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Got a man. It's Sanford. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to throw it again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You've got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Aggies offense has the ball for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
3rd down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level. Not only picking up the 1st down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Houston getting set, looking at first and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on second and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at third and 10. He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. Oh, how did you make that move? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Houston trying to say hello to the end zone in this red zone trip. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Got his man on the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Snapped it in the shotgun. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On second down, wants to throw it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougar. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. That's caught. It's Keys. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Secures it at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Sanford. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch, called for and made. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Trying to find his man on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Using the quick game. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First down for this offense. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. The Aggies come to the line in the hurry up. Wide out in motion. Leaves it with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays.
And they get the sack right out of the gate.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Quick completion on the out. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throws to the back. Picked off. Got some room to run. At the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Not even his fault. I just forced the throw.
The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
It was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind.
He got hit!
And he picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
The throw. Got a man. It's Moss. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Back to pass, it's Reed. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. They feed him again. Fights off the defender. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
That's why I want the linebacker to come up. Why did you drop the fucking dab for it?
They are threatening.
When you're a playmaker like
man.
this, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback...
Touchdown, Aggies! And here they come, almost all the way back. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, maybe, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous.
It's not the white boy's fault, bro.
Throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the marker.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll leave it with him. Tackled after picking up the first down.
2 interceptions. Both of them is my fault. No fucking sneak.
Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
He gets it oh so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Quarterback will audible. From the gun. Quarterback moving. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure.
Yeah, the nigga wide open, bro. Yeah, the nigga wide open.
Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Navy. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know of it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Owens. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the
Hold on, I trust you, DC.
2 minutes now left.
I trust you, DC.
Time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this.
I trust you, DC.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot.
I trust you, DC. One thing about I trust my DC.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. And he is finding.
I trust my DC. I trust my DC. One thing about me, I trust my DC. I trust my DC.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. He wants to go deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver.
Yeah, he just, bro, this happened before.
The only thing that could have been better is that they tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot
bro, I
of
did.
space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Back to pass, it's Reed. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game.
Let's charge my DC.
Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Quickly to the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, that was the start right there, bro.
Minute possible. A&M comes back out with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. On second down, just keeps firing. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's going up top here late in the game.
I trust my DC.
This guy can't find his own player. Didn't let him get loose on
I trust my DC.
They have the ball at the 47. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring.
I trust my DC.
I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep your foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. With the catch, it's Sanford. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Houston.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays.
Nah, no flags. I'm gonna
do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Come and take it, that money, come and share it,